their goods through the Vietnamese to export to America so that America will
no,
not...
Nigeria first has joined China in BRICS. We have applied to join BRICS. We are now...
No. But currently, I'm talking of currently.
That's what it means. I'm just trying to give you the basics.
But currently, we are not like a conduit to the Chinese.
Of course, we are not.
No, we are not. So
we're not officially.
Yeah, but
because almost everything we buy or produce somehow, China's hand is involved in Nigeria.
Yeah, but these are for domestic consumption. I'm talking of, like, let me give you an example of the Vietnamese. They pack the goods in Vietnam. It will be as if those goods are produced in Vietnam and then they export it. So when the Americans found out, they now hit the Vietnamese so that those Chinese goods would also not be so attractive. But what I'm actually saying is that most of the goods we import from China are for domestic consumption. They are not even enough for domestic consumption of 200 and something million.
The question I really wanted to ask is that if America is using that vast market, Nigeria, which is the most populous black nation,
yes,
we also have one of the biggest markets in the world.
Yes.
Why are we not leveraging on our market and our possible monies to also tariff American products so that people stop buying from America?
First one is corruption. Second one is lack of vision by the leaders. Because if you have approximately projected as 200 and something million people, is a huge market.
Yeah.
Okay, watch. And a market also with about 50 to 60% of the population in the youthful age. Figure out that it's actually a productive economy. But the problem is corruption, ease of doing business is not there. And also, where there's corruption and there's no rule of law, people definitely will not invest in that economy. Even the Southeast Asian countries like Vietnam, like China, there's no democracy in these places. But they make sure that there's rule of law, that if you embezzle money, they execute you. They make sure that corruption is down. They make sure that their courts are working. Because if your courts are not working, your courts are in the pocket of politicians and businessmen. What am I coming to your country to invest? Because even if I invest $1 billion in your economy, one day you wake up and tell me that the money is gone. I have no place where I can go and get justice. So these are the factors mitigating against investment in Nigeria. If we have less corruption, definitely people will come here and pour their money.
All right, well, what do you make of that story? That's the lead story on the Punch newspaper. Let's look at other stories worth discussing. Akpabio heads to Supreme Court over Natasha's suspension case. This man, no one rests. Military roll out anti-attack measures for Christmas. All right, that's good to hear. Sounds like music. I hope that this Christmas we're not going to have people burnt in their churches or in their sleep or wherever they are. Okay, unprecedented takeovers, dynamics, and implications of APC's dominance of NAS. This is a very interesting read. Please, you go and then get the Vanguard newspaper and read this unprecedented takeovers, dynamics, implications of APC dominance of National Assembly. That is why the eyes have it. It's always raining.
Always there. But I think it's temporal. Because what will happen is that, you see those...
We think there's going to be an implosion. If there's no implosion...
They are going to implode because the port will not accommodate all of them.
All right, let's see how that happens. Even if the implosion comes, will they divide the party?
The beneficiaries will be the other parties.
At one point in time, PDP had about 29 governors.
And then they imploded.
And that's the year they lost the election. Well, the presidency raised 2026 federal government budget from 54.46 trillion naira and contained in the medium-term expenditure framework, MTF, to a new threshold of 58.18 trillion naira to accommodate the massive recruitment into the military, police, and other security agencies announced recently by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is another headline on the Vanguard newspaper. Why presidency raised 2026 budget to 58 trillion naira. So we are increasing our budget from last year by 4.46 trillion naira because of this recruitment of the new military and police personnel to tackle insecurity. When you let a monster grow, this is the consequences of letting the monster called insecurity grow. We kept playing with politics, and now they have grown so large that you are now finding it difficult to control them. Too bad. What is happening is happening. All right, let's hold on to the Daily Post newspaper now. Major terrorist attacks that shook Nigeria in 2025. Nigeria recorded a series of deadly attacks by terrorists across the country in 2025, leading to the killing of a lot of human beings. 2027, Amechi posters flood Kaduna, stir speculation over presidential ambition. Amechi, you no want to go rest. Okay, now, this is how you people will give President Tinubu an easy run to win the presidential seat again. Unsolicited kisses, most ridiculous fan experience I have had. Actor Mike Folarin is talking. Well, fans will just give you a kiss when you didn't solicit for it. But as fans, are you going to beat them for giving you a kiss? All right. To the sports now, we know that the African Nations Cup started yesterday. What a grand opening ceremony, very colorful. I was in the program yesterday. I couldn't watch it live, but I saw the playback, and it was awesome. I can tell you that Morocco really did something sweet. Well, still on the sporting news, EPL, they kept passing their test. Sultan Smith named surprise team to win title. All right. Who is the surprise team? Definitely not Man U.
It might be. They are still in contention.
God forbid. Yesterday, they don't give them Akpako, they give them Waka Waka yesterday night again. Aston Villa, just pushing. It's just Man U. They could embarrass people. Well, former striker Chris Sutton and ex-England forward Sue Smith have won against a ruling Aston Villa out of the title race. The former England international believed that Unai Emery's side have kept surprising their doubters with 10 straight wins now. Villa beat Manchester United 2-1 on Sunday to keep their third place in the Premier League table, just 1 point behind Manchester City, who are 2 points behind Arsenal. Arsenal also won their match again yesterday, increasing the gap between them and Chelsea. Now, that one done the vex me pass after they say they're the best club in the world. How? 2026 World Cup. We are sorry for not qualifying. Oshime apologizes to Nigerians. Oshime, we don't feel blame you. I didn't mean you did that game with a win, but you're going to come out to go get injury. Our attack just died, cripple. All right. Let's head on to the leadership newspaper now. Well, this is a cheering news to Nigerians because the federal government has announced that 130 abducted Niger students and teachers are released. None left in captivity and none is dead, according to what the government said. But the federal government says it has secured the release of 130 kidnapped school children by gunmen from St. Mary's Primary and Secondary School, Papari, in Niger State. Well, a presidential spokesman, Sunday Dare, announced this on his official X handle on Sunday. Another 130 abducted Niger State pupils released, none left in captivity. Dare said in the post on X, a photo of smiling children and a woman accompanied the post. However, the Catholic Bishop of the Diocese of Kotongora has insisted that from the account, 165 pupil students and the staff are missing and not 130. Okay, there comes the controversy. Why we not go over here something and it's true? Well, the government suspected bandits had on November 21st stormed the Catholic school, abducting 315 school pupils, students, and staff. Now, let's look at this. It was about 300 students that were kidnapped during Jonathan era. The whole world catch fire. But now, a series of attacks, America no make payment. UK no make payment. France, all of them, they bring back our guests, it didn't come. So with this now, you see the way these white men choose to play politics with the lives of Nigerians, and Nigerian government, because of politics, escalated Jonathan's kidnap because they wanted to remove him. The whole Nigeria fell for it, and now this one is happening, and the world is not catching fire. Barrister.
Oh, yeah, I think it's hypocritical. And the Lagos media, what I would call the Lagos media, is the main print, the main newspapers, the main television channels. They don't carry this one for their head like gala, like they carried bring
back our guests.
Yes. You see, it's hypocritical, and we know what is happening in this country. It's just that sometimes we keep quiet for peace to reign. But then, it should not continue. Like you said, every statement put out by the federal government or even by the military, you look at it, then you'll find one comma or the other there. Now they are saying 130 something. These people are saying 160 something. The Catholic Church should be in the know. They own the school. They run the school. They have a rooster of the pupils in that school. So they should tell you the number of pupils missing.
Is it overzealousness that will make a government official come out, somebody who represents the president? That means if you're speaking, you speak for the president.
Authoritatively, yes.
Now, and you come out and tell Nigerians that 130 are kidnapped and all of them are released, none left. But the place where they kidnapped, they are telling you, no, it's 165. You say it's 130.
That's what I'm saying.
Why on earth can't we ever hear a story and it's the way it is?
Everything is politics to them. And when we say certain things, they say, look at the whole brigadier general. The brigadier general was in a mission, engaged the terrorists. The terrorists overwhelmed them. He himself adopted the last tactics of a helpless military man, which is retreat with some soldiers. From there, he called the army headquarters that look at our position. Somehow, the thing leaked to the terrorists, and then they captured him. The army released a statement that he and his troops engaged the terrorists and that they are back to base. What does that tell you? The incompetence of this government, with full respect to the government, full respect to the federal government, but the incompetence is stark and is showing. Look at a whole presidential spokesman will come and make an inaccurate assertion only to be contradicted by the very organization that runs those schools, that manages those pupils. So that's a big problem we have.
Thank you very much. I think at this point it's the best time to open up our phone lines for you, the listener, to be part of the conversation. This is Straight Talk, live on Echo FM 100.7. So if you want to be part of the conversation, phone lines are officially open. 0911 20022 or 0707 454 1014. Everybody, now it's time for you to holler. Good morning and welcome to Straight Talk. Who's on my line?
Barry Cosmos, good morning.
Hey, the senior citizen. Merry Christmas in advance to you.
Compliments of the whole season.
No be smarty.
Days before Christmas, and after Christmas into the New Year.
Yeah.
Barry, you are saying something very, very important, and you are saying it as if it's ordinary. You're talking of the children of families. One man was told, there are so many of you from your village. He said, I am the only one in my mother's house. Among those 100 you are counting, there are parents who have only one child. And they are just making it a number. Do you know the trauma they are going through? That their only child, the only boy, the only girl has been away. And now you have a government, either statesman has been warning us that it is not practiced in democracy that the SA or SSA should be speaking on behalf of the government. You were here, Barry, last month, and a delegation of ministers and top government officials. We are led by National Security Advisor to go and talk to the American government. Barry, did it not occur to you that was abnormality at the extreme? That an advisor is leading ministers to represent Nigeria. And people thought we were getting on well, they were doing well. What was the outcome of that leading by the advisor? Who and who met him in America? And what did we gain by that? Barry, I don't know. How do you ask the class teacher to instruct the headmaster? Barry, where does it happen in the world?
Oh boy.
No. I don't want to get into your look at whether there is going to be rice and beans and any other thing. How do you say advertise to the world, look at how we are in Nigeria? That the person who will speak on behalf of all of us is a special advisor. Where is the minister? Where are the directors general? Where are the permanent secretaries? Barry, I'm asking, must we continue in all this, language has always says it. How do we continue in absurdity in order to demonstrate our incompetence and indifference to the realities that confront us? But how do we? You are saying, somebody said, the bishop said, these are the number of children on my register. And somebody said, let us celebrate. We have got all the children back. Not that we have got some of them back. As far as the government is concerned, the matter is closed. And people are going to celebrate. Barry, I come from a family now. I don't know how many of us are left. My parents are gone. I'm an orphan. You know, I don't have father, I don't have mother. Don't talk about my age at all. Not about my age. I'm an orphan. And then somebody say, yeah, it's only the senior citizen who died. Who else is left? Yes, who else is? And so just please apply common sense. Yeah, they are discounting more than 10, 20, 30, 40 children. What happens to their parents? They are dying of hypertension. Some of them are absent-minded. They are talking to go to the villages. You see those parents. They can't be articulating anything. But I'm taking time this morning. Don't tell me to stop. Because we must tell those who are in charge that if they are in charge, they must demonstrate that they are in charge. Let us stop celebrating mediocrity as a standard of living. That's what we are doing. Mediocre speak on behalf of all of us. And because we are not in power, we are not in government, we are not partying card holders. Therefore, they are seeking for us. But tell me what will happen to the difference between the number the federal government or the government officials are celebrating and the number of parents are waiting for their children. Are you saying that the Roman Catholic Church, the proprietor of the school, is telling lies? Telling lies? I heard that. No. I'm telling you that it's not about, now you'll be talking about politics, whether you vote a teacher, whether you vote PDP. But I'm talking of human beings, little children, who did not ask you to bring them into the world, and you cannot account for them. Good morning, Barry. I'm senior citizen.
Thank you, the senior citizen. All right, thank you very much. All right, the people, I hope you know that sometimes I tell you that when you see the senior citizens, you have to give them their honors and their flowers. We just have to give him enough time to air his views. All right, let's go. And don't expect it for everybody now. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Barry. Good morning, the barrister in the studio.
Good morning.
Olumbi Fan, Onyes, Barry, I want to greet the last caller, the senior citizen, Mazozoma. Barry, I want to react on the issue of insecurity. You know, military released a strategy on the way for Christmas. Mr. Barry, let me tell us that there is something that happened. Somebody that came back for this Christmas for an occasion, and he employed this local vigilante. Do you know that the man said that even when he was using policemen, the kind of protection and the security this local vigilante gave to him with pump action, and also he's paying them peanuts, 60,000, but police collect about 30,000 thereabouts a day. You find out that if we engage in our local security, it will be more profitable than using police and the military and also other security agents making noise. They were blowing siren where and there. So let our people engage in this local security and let them protect our, territorial district so that it will help our people in this Christmas. That's my take. Thank you and God bless.
Thank you. All right, let's also bring you some very, according to it's a scandalous news from the Sahara Reporters. Whistleblower alleges tax evasion at Tinubu-linked Alpha Beta Consulting firm and petitions police, EFCC, IPC, ICPC, and others. Another scandalous news is that ex-aide accuses Tinubu's junior defense minister, Metawale, of using political hit squad, colluding with bandits in Zamfara. Every day, new people keep coming up with more and more accusations over this same Metawale. Former Governor Metawale, Tinubu, he never reached to remove this man as your minister. Time don't reach. Well, the U.S. charges 6, including Nigerian and American, over $41 million insider trading stock manipulation scheme. All right, that's another one. And before I let you go, this is a very funny one. EFCC seizes Akpabio's wife's school over 108 billion naira fraud. Akpabio's wife, the Senate President, EFCC. Well, anyway, this is on the Sahara Reporters. You can grab a copy and do it for yourself. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Savarim, sir.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
Yeah. My name is Kachison Ekuha. I am calling from my community of the West local government.
Kachison, welcome. How far?
Yeah, fine. First of all, I wouldn't fail to thank you and the entire management of Eco FM for organizing yet another well-organized event yesterday.
Thank
The
you.
first one was a football match. I was there at my own stadium. This time around is a single mango meet and greet. In fact, everything was well organized.
Thank you.
Out of the whole radio stations in Imo State, none of them were able to do something like this. I want to give people your flowers. As of today, your people are number one, the number one radio station in Imo State. A lot of your novel ideas, your station, the clarity of your station is top notch. Talking about the transmitter and the rest of them. Your staff, all of them are well trained. The way I met most of the staff, they were very friendly, starting from you till the DJ, even more sociable. So I want to thank you people for organizing this thing. I must not also forget to appreciate you people for the award given to me yesterday as part of the best fans. In fact, I'm really grateful. I'm really grateful. I want to donate that award to my boss and mentor, Chief Dr. Fidel Onyeneke, because as far as radio is concerned, my role model. So I'm dedicating that award to him. I don't want to talk much. I just want to appreciate you people and give you your flowers.
Thank
my
you.
My name is Kachisin Ekuha from us.
Thank you very much, Kachisin. Thank you for honoring our program yesterday with your presence. And congratulations for receiving that very beautiful award. We appreciate and we also show sincerity to the people that have followed us on Echo FM. Kudos to you, Kachisin Ekuha from Avo. All right, let's take some messages now. I'm calling Swago, aka Motion. Today, I'm texting from my community, Umudibi Ekwe in Isu, LGA. All right, it says, good morning, my good friend Barry, the guest and the listener. It's good that some of the kidnapped children have been released, but my question is, what happened to the kidnappers? Were they arrested, were they killed, or were they settled with a ransom? In Motion, texting from Umudibi Ekwe. All right, Motion, God bless you for your message. This other one says, all right, it says the Guru one and Christmas bonus on radio. Thank you very much. I think Akpabio is taking this country back by going to court against Natasha. That case may consume him or ruin his political career. His political jigiri, porikiri, oh, Jesus Christ, is getting much. For the release of school children, we have to rely on the school information. The federal government cannot tell us the truth. Barry, the team to win premiership should Arsenal, Chelsea cannot see the cup. Barry, bang, bang. For me, on birthday, come up on 25th of December. All right, congratulations in advance. Great, all our man in the studio with you. I like the way he presents matters. Comrade Chris Ogbonna, JP, Church of Presentation. All right, this birthday boy. So then born you descended with Jesus Christ. No be smart, you know. Where would they come chop the cake? You had better send me my own. Thank you very, very much for your message. All right, let's go back to the messages now, to the phone calls and take more calls. All right, if you're just joining us, we are still in the newspaper review right about now. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Barry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard.
Yes, Barry. I'm they call you here from the Lume Chemical Vivietnam.
Ndejike, my man, welcome.
Yes, Barry.
Yes, sir.
I want to come in this way.
Okay.
This Huawei federal government, they tell us say they don't release these girls. Why didn't they ever tell us say they don't catch these bandits them. How you go just go release girls from lion mouth, you no get any scratch for your body, and lion man no die.
Chai.
My brother, Barry, you just be like, they tell you picking lie, oh. But you no believe
Well, that is...
The father just calls, tell the pikin, have you finished bathing? He say, yes. Come and sit down and eat. After eating, he begin lie for him.
Chai.
You know, see, I think that kind of discussion we they get, we the citizen from the federal government, the spokesman.
Chai.
Is he telling us the truth?
Oh, wow.
My brother, that body we don't mature for this country. Which way we will know.
Thank you.
The difference between good and bad.
Thank you, indeed, okay.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Hello, good morning to you, my brother or my sister. Who's in my line?
Good morning, Barry.
Good morning to you, Ogami.
Good morning, our guest in the studio.
All right, your guest is here. He just steps aside to bring in our second guest.
It's all right. My name is Herbert Ako from Port Harcourt Road.
Herbert from Port Harcourt Road. Go ahead, sire.
Thank you. Just like the last caller said, they should stop telling us all these things. You have released all the kidnapped children and even their teachers. And yet nothing was told about the people who abducted these children and teachers. Why is the federal government keeping us in the dark, telling us lies?
Okay.
Well, if truly these people were released, we thank God for that. But they should also go further to tell us what happened to these terrorists who kidnapped these people. Finally, on the AFCON, it started yesterday on a colorful note. I just pray that Nigeria will not put us in a place that will be calculating on the last match on the group stage. That team should be that team for us to qualify to the knockout stage. Let them make us proud by winning AFCON so that we'll forgive them for missing World Cup. Thank you and have a nice day.
Thank you very, very much. Okay. We are just getting warmed up now to go into the conversation for real. We are still taking calls now. Let's get to this other caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Cosmos.
I greet you.
Yes, I greet you. Morning. How you doing?
No wala.
Yeah, now don't do your program yesterday now.
No be smarty.
I want to put this my key calling you from Akwakoma.
Okay.
Yes, I want to say about this Natasha and Akpabio. What is the problem, sir? I thought the case they have resolved it.
Oh,
so what is the problem again? You know, I want to tell Akpabio. I want to tell Akpabio there is no champion forever.
Okay.
But you know that. So there's no champion forever. So if he is doing something, let him look front and look back. That's what I have to tell him. Have a nice day.
Thank you very, very much. Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebara from Owerri says Christmas will make sense if we use the period for meditation and evaluation of our activities for the year and give gratitude to God for his blessings, favor, love, guidance, and protection. We should allow the birth of Jesus Christ to transform our life so that it will be meaningful to us. Celebrating him is not enough, but having a personal relationship is the most important. Let's use this Christmas to seek God and draw closer to him. Thank you very much, Dr. Mrs. Mma Olebra. And thank you for honoring our invitation yesterday, for being part of our program. You are a mommy indeed. All right, we also have Juju from Ikwere says, Barry, Happy New Week. Happy New Week to you, my Oga. It's Oga Barry. Today is 22nd December. Government workers never receive salary for Christmas. My brother, I did everywhere. All right, thank you very much. Elder Chijoko is on the run. Where you the run they go? He says, Barrio, the person of particular concern. The guest in the studio, I salute you. Compliments of the season to you all. Elder Chijoko, I not see you yesterday, and I vex. Akpabio can never be a good example of a political elite. He has been very controversial for the wrong reason since he came on board. APC is a curse to Nigeria. Elder Chijoke on the run. Thank you very much. This other one says, good morning, Mr. Barry, the Chelsea man. Yeah, God bless the Blues. I remain the proud Manchester United fan. Come on for here. He said GGMU. Which I mean GGMU. We don't put MU more, no. He said, I beg you, Mr. Barrio, what's the essence of the protest if at the end of the federal government will still put on earpiece towards the pleas of masses and about the EEDC? Okay. Our own Omo, we go start to fight this once we carry bill, they work out, them know they give light, but them go share bill. Omo, Nigeria is, well, okay, that's an old one. He also says, good morning, Mr. Barry, the Chelsea man. I greet you, the guest in the studio. Say, Mr. Barry, I don't know why you hate my club so much, but I will always follow the adage that says an envious stare towards someone that is greater than you is just a mere stare. Oyinbo, we are bigger. My friend go Hokpo, you are bigger than who? All your team will get in a past tense. Old, things are passed away. You know the hear him. He says, well, Mr. Barry, I'm glad that the kidnapped students are released, but how is there now number difference? These ones are saying another number, and the other ones are saying another number. Now what for Nigeria? Oh, well, Merry Christmas in advance, a Chelsea man. Thank you very much, the Man U man. All right, we will go and take a little bit of a commercial right now because it's time for us to go to a commercial. Thereafter, we'll head on to the news department to bring you the news update at 10. Take a listen to this announcement. Please listen to this public announcement. Attention, Imo artisans and craftsmen. This is an important update regarding His Excellency Distinguished Senator Hope UZODINMA'S CON Mega Empowerment Program for Imo artisans and craftsmen. Please be informed that registration for IMSSBN Imo number is still ongoing at Imo Digital City Limited, IDCL, Egbo Road, Owerri. Registration is completely free and will end after today. All artisans are required to come and collect their IMSSBN, Imo State Social Security number, and receive their official uniform after registration. Artisans who have already registered and obtained an Imo number but have not received their uniform are advised to come and collect it immediately. Please note that the official uniform grants access to the program venue. The Mega Empowerment Program will hold on Tuesday, 23rd December 2025 by 9 a.m. prompt at Ndubisi Kano Square, formerly Hero Square, along Concord Road, New Owerri. This opportunity is also extended to all artisans who were unable to register earlier, as registration points have been expanded to 14 units at the IDCL Center to accommodate everyone. This announcement is from the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. Signed, Honorable Kenneth Okafor, KSJI, Honorable Commissioner. Thanks for listening.
Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Please listen to these important announcements. Looking for flexible loan or smart investment option? Cool Financial Service Limited is here to help. We offer buyback loan, LPO financing, contract financing, and asset financing for contractors who need support to deliver projects. Want to grow your money? Enjoy attractive quarterly return on our investment package with interest paid upfront or at maturity. It's your choice. Need help with travel or visa application? Our service provides fast, reliable financial backing. We're available in Lagos and Owerri. Visit www.coolfinancials.org or call 0703-247-8605 or follow us at Instagram at Cool Financials or Facebook Cool Financial Service Limited. Cool Financial Service Limited. Let's create wealth with you. Terms and conditions apply.
Oruokwala ọzọ mgbe ị ga-ezute onye nwaanyị n'ike na ebube. Ndị Lost Chosen Charismatic Movement na-ewetara gị mgbidi 2026. Ọgbakọ ekpere ọzọ ga-ewetara gị mgbanwe. Isiokwu ihe Chukwu kwuru ga-eme. Ọ ga-amalite n'abalị mbụ ruo n'abalị 4 nke ọnwa Jenụwarị afọ 2026. Onye ga-ekwu okwu Chukwu bụ Pastor Lazarus Moka, onye shiwere ya agbọ. Ya bụ mmemme ga-ehi odo na Chosen International Secondary School n'okporo ụzọ gawara Ọnịcha, n'akụkụ okporo ụzọ awara awasị Ọnịcha gawa Owerri dị na mgbidi steeti Imo. Oge ahụ iji ahụta mgbanwe pụrụ iche na ndụ gị eruola, n'ihi na Chineke nke Chosen na-aza ekpere.
Point ilekwa mati nwune ọnọ n'ala Owerri ọnọ n'ala Owerri le mmanya anyị kechi Point ilekwa mati nwune ọnọ n'ala Owerri ọnọ n'ala Owerri le mmanya anyị kechi ọgbo shiri be nwune nwanne ga-abịa n'ala Owerri na ị ga-ahụ that's the total number of ndị akara akụmanya akala nkụ thereby increasing the number of kidney cases in ala Owerri. Point Liquamat, I will jail and it is these people levels. Now Point Liquamat, and then a direct with the company. Man, another weekend, Ibu Bata, exotic, assorted, and original wines, Yana spirit. Now one guy can down the missing as all. Point in the deal on tobacco and accessories. But we can dealing with only the deal with the company direct. That way, quality and the trust is assured for any kind of event and party. Open at the man in the Ogo, Paragama, Point Liquamat, at World Bank Road by Yeradua Drive, directly opposite every supermarket. Nime World Bank alone. It's all Pashani Pakamana to Pagana Biaru Mapoma 0803 779 6278. Point in one month.
Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
This week to help those in need.
If you know that it's God Almighty that created you and created we Nigerians like you need to do good things for us because the masses are suffering. How can suspend me here? Are we your slaves?
And I'm going to win this election.
That is the truth.
Stay informed with Echo FM 100.7. Join us for exclusive interviews with experts, breaking updates on local and global events, and in-depth coverage of issues impacting our community. Tune in every weekday at 6:30 a.m., 12 noon, 2 p.m., and 6 p.m. for our major news bulletin in English, Igbo, and Pidgin language. For more inquiries, you can reach us through our email, echofm@thekingmail.com. You can follow us on our social media handles at Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. We are the fresh news people.
Catch up with the latest news updates on Echo 100.7 FM Owerri.
Good morning and welcome to the news update on Echo FM 100.7. Here are the latest stories we are keeping tabs on. President Bola Tinubu has assured that he will not assent to the Central Gaming Bill newly passed by the National Assembly. He stressed that as a constitutional Democrat, he knew where his exclusive legislative capacity started and ended. The Attorney General of Lagos State, through his legal representatives, the law firm of Wole Olanipekun, SAN, also noted that Tinubu's decline of assent to the bill showed the beauty of constitutional democracy. Governor Francis Nwefuru of Ebonyi government has approved the disbursement of 254 million naira to indigent widows and the elderly in the state for the Christmas celebrations. The governor described them as special people whose prayers had kept the current administration progressing. He urged them to keep believing in the government and promised not to disappoint the state. At least 10 unlicensed traditional medicine practitioners have been arrested and charged to court in Rivers State following a petition by Nigerian Medical Association over alleged illicit activities in Calabar, the state capital. While acknowledging the dangers posed by unlicensed medical practitioners, NMA reaffirms its commitment to safeguarding public health and promoting safe and effective medical practices in the state. The Joint Health Sector Unions has rejected calls to suspend its ongoing nationwide strike, insisting that any decision on the industrial action must first be collectively taken by its member unions. In response to the strike, President Bola Tinubu constituted a high-level committee to negotiate with the unions. The committee is expected to brief key government officials on the outcome of its engagement with JOHESU. In the United States ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, says the recent visa restrictions announced by the U.S. government are designed to strengthen security procedure and not actions targeted at Nigerians. The ambassador urged visa applicants and the members of the public to consult the U.S. Embassy officials' website for detailed information on the proclamation, affected visa categories, and available exemptions. In Kwara State, the Kwara State Fire Service contained a major fire outbreak at a plastic recycling facility in Ilorin, preventing what could have resulted in extensive damage to lives and property. The service commended the dedication and resilience of the officers on duty, noting that their coordinated response helped bring the situation under control. And in sports, a former Manchester United striker, Wayne Rooney, has hailed Declan Rice as a future England captain after watching the Arsenal midfielder deliver a commanding display in the Premier League win at Everton. The former England striker was in attendance as Mikel Arteta's side edged a 1-0 victory, a result that lifted Arsenal back to the top of the table. Rice, 26, was central to the performance, dictating play in midfield and showing the leadership qualities that Rooney believed make him the ideal long-term successor to Harry Kane. And in business, Dangote Petroleum Refinery has commenced nationwide sales of premium motor spirit, PMS, at a pump price of 739 naira per liter across all MRS Oil Nigeria PLC filling stations. This move represents a significant milestone in the refinery's mission to deliver affordable fuel to Nigerians and stabilize the downstream petroleum market. Dangote Petroleum Refinery reaffirmed its commitment to steady supply, price moderation, and energy security, emphasizing that its operations are anchored on long-term national interests rather than short-term market pressures. On the foreign scene, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese apologized to the country's Jewish community following a mass shooting that targeted a Hanukkah event at Sydney Bondi Beach, killing 15 people. He pledged that the government would work daily to protect Jewish Australians and uphold their fundamental human rights to be proud of who they are, to practice their faith, to educate their children, and to engage in Australian society in the fullest way possible. And that's all for the news update at 10 as edited by Benjamin Joseph. For more information and inquiries, visit our social media platforms. On Facebook is Echo FM. On our X handle is at Echo FM _ Owerri. On Instagram and YouTube is Echo FM 100.7. You can listen to us anywhere in the world by clicking on www.echofm.net. And that's the news update at 10. Thank you for listening.
Echo FM. Echo FM 100.7, the fresh news people.
Every day,
every hour,
every minute,
and every second,
breaking news occur.
From our villages,
in our cities,
new government policies,
the economy,
politics,
social news,
entertainment news,
security concerns.
We, the people, converge
to analyze,
separating facts from fiction,
lies and truth.
We dissect,
we integrate,
we harmonize,
we criticize,
and we bring you all the juicy details.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri. It is Straight Talk.
Straight Talk.
Straight Talk on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Shall I begin? I am your host. I am your anchorman. I am the presiding bishop of this ministry. And I am awesome. My name is Barry Cosmos, the Radio Marshal, the Buruburu One on radio, the Okenze on radio, your big brother on radio. I am the main event and I am here.
Live on Echo FM 100.7 Owerri.
Are you ready?
Welcome back, people, to the studio of Echo FM 100.7. This is Straight Talk, and of course, no bending corners, the way it is, as I always say it. Welcome aboard, everybody. Today is another beautiful day for us to take a look at things that are happening in Imo State. But this time around, we are throwing our searchlight to Imo Industrialization Drive by His Excellency Governor Hope UZODINMA. What has been done, what has not been done, what can be done. While Imo State government is thinking about industrialization, the Imo State industrial layout lies in ruins. And of course, the road network are terrible. If it rains, it's completely unmotorable. All the companies that are there, how are they surviving? And I think one of the companies that are managing to survive so far is here with us. We have the distinguished honor of hosting the CEO of Camela Vegetable Oil, who is here in the studio with us, Chief Oke Ikoro. I hope I'm correct with pronouncing that name. Yeah. Chief Oke, good morning and welcome to Echo FM.
Good morning. Good to have you there.
All right. Now, we still have Barrister Meka Ihejirika, who is he has been with us all this while. Thank you very much, Barrister, for staying around.
Thank you.
Okay, today we go straight into the conversation. Quite a lot of areas to cover. Chief, you are an industrialist. First off, let's see, what is your take on all this drive by His Excellency? Put the microphone closer to you so that you can talk. Don't worry, just shift it. Aha. Good. So what's your take on this new fund drive by His Excellency trying to make Imo State an industrialized state? After the economic summit, we had a lot of promises from both international businessmen and local businessmen just like you. What do you think about this particular move by His Excellency?
Well, it's a very wonderful development. I would say that the economic summit was a success. It drew people from all over the country and all over the world to showcase Imo.
Okay.
And when you showcase a place, you also have to reap from that showcase.
Okay.
But if after the summit and nothing is done for the state to benefit from that showcase, then the summit becomes a jamboree. That is why it is necessary that we have a clear roadmap on what should be done. Let's say 90 to 120 days after the summit.
Okay.
What is the roadmap for the state?
Okay.
What is the state supposed to do in order to make sure that we gain the benefit of the summit?
Okay. Now, with this said, do you think we are on that roadmap now, that plot from where the governor has set up for industrialization? Do you think the coast is clear, the infrastructure are on ground? I mean, the enabling environment for industrialization to strive in Imo State. What's your own take on that?
Well, I think we have started by doing the summit.
Okay.
We have started by looking at power even before the summit. But after the summit, nothing else has been done.
So you think that's not
We
good?
are not ready at all.
We're not ready
to benefit from the summit. No, we are not. Basic things that should be done immediately after.
Okay.
For instance, we expected that the governor would have set up a summit, execution committee. That is after the summit. If we are focusing on industry, there should be a summit industrial execution committee.
Okay.
Established in the state, where the governor will put people together, commissioner for industry, lands, power, works, environment, 3 to 5 private sector industrialists, legal practitioners who specialize in public-private partnership, and security representative. These people should constitute a team immediately and start to look at the way forward for the government.
But there's this popular saying that if you want something not to be done, set up a committee.
No, in this case now,
okay,
there's already a summit.
Okay.
Before the summit, there's supposed to be a roadmap.
So
where are we going after the summit? We have talked and talked and talked during the summit. It has become a what do you call it? Just a talk show. But implementation of that talk is what I'm talking about now.
Don't you think it's too early to start sounding this way?
No, the implementation of summit should start. First 90 days should be action.
Okay.
So that the investors and the people that listen to all the things that took place in Imo will not lose interest. We have to keep them engaged to be interested, those investors. If you don't keep them engaged, the tempo will die. And once the tempo dies down, it becomes difficult to resurrect.
Okay.
So we are looking at where the government looks at where are the areas, where are the, low-hanging fruits that they can pluck.
All right.
We start looking at the industrial layouts that are already mapped out. Imo is well organized, actually. Imo was set in Olu, in Owerri, in Okigwe. There are industrial areas already mapped out in Imo. But nobody is paying attention to them. All these industrial layouts were mapped out during Ndubisi Kano, as early as that, and then during Mbakwe.
So successive governments have abandoned it?
Completely. The closest and the lowest hanging fruit, which is Onisha Road industrial layout, a layout that has about 300 industrial plots located in the city center, located about 45 to 50 minutes from Port Harcourt, from Onisha, from Aba, from Umuahia. The best centrally located industrial layout in the whole Nigeria, to tell you the truth. Minus Ikeja and Abara, you can't get a better industrial layout than Owerri. But after Mbakwe, the layout has lain far low. till date. So we are hoping that with the economic summit that has just happened, the government will begin to pay serious attention to the industrial layouts.
Okay, now with you and other investors who are industrialists in the state, were you part of the planning of this particular industrial layout, or were there people from that industrial layout who are owning businesses there that were also involved in the planning and execution of that summit?
The economic summit, basically, we are giving just invitations to come and listen. By rights, we are supposed to be full participants from inception to finish. Because we are the core investors. We are the people that wear the shoe. We are the people that know where it pinches. We are the people that even know what should be done if Imo has to be industrialized. Because as when people from other states come and bring their idea, yes, their idea is good. We can hear it, but we must develop a model that will suit our own state. Because our state is peculiar. We are the ones that know what we have and what we don't have. Right now, we know that there's very serious plan for power in Imo, for Imo to have power. But when this power comes, who are the off-takers? Who will take the power to make it, it is the industries. And one of the key center places is Imo Industrial Layout. But now there is no infrastructure at all in that area.
Now, is government supposed to build factories and people occupy, or the lands have been created? Why are the industrialists not building that place? What is your own contribution, like fixing the road in front of your company, others and things like that? Why are the industrialists not thinking of that?
You know that industrial roads are heavy-duty roads.
Yes.
During Mbako administration, those roads were already programmed. Most of them were dual carriageways to carry very heavy loads.
Yes.
Mbakwe started, and by 1983, when he left, the whole project died. In fact, Mbakwe has gone as far as putting the first layers on the road, doing underground drainages in the layout, putting even cable for street lights in the whole layout. The layout is just 11 kilometers of road within it. But it is surprising that government has not scratched anything there since 1983 to 2025. Entering 26.
Has there been any effort by the industrial
the industrial, if you go there, like maybe 10, 15 years ago, I've been in the industrial layout for 35 years. I entered there in 1990. When we started, at a point like 15 years ago, we had more than 40 industries. Today, we are less than 10. Because the environment is not conducive. Many industries have closed.
So how are you managing to survive all this for 35 years?
We invest on our road to make it motorable for our customers to be able to enter. Even Coca-Cola, to go to Coca-Cola now with your car, you will see how difficult it is. Coca-Cola is the biggest industry there, as at now, followed by Camela vegetable oil and a few others. So if we had kept quiet, then we would have closed shop. But every year we have to work on our road so that our customers can cross. And then we are not talking about roads only. When you say this is an industrial layout, there are other infrastructures. There should be drainages for waste. There should be waste treatment plants where, you treat this water before you pump it to Mori. But right now, there is nothing in the layout but bush. And these 300 industrial plots are lying fallow. Many of them has been taken over by speculators who, got the land through government, but they are not building industries. But sometimes you don't blame them. Like after this summit now, I've received like 4 or 5 phone calls from people who are interested in setting up industry. But when they come to the area, they will begin to wonder whether you are okay even to be here. I'm telling you the truth. They begin to wonder, are you okay?
Serious?
Yes, are you okay? Because the environment is like an abandoned, place. You are battling with criminals. You are battling with shanties created by, what do you call them? These people that pick scrap. Any day you look away, they carry the things from your factory. There's no security. There's nothing in the layout, actually. No security, no nothing. So now I'm feeling that people have started making inquiries in Imo, maybe because of the summit.
Okay, so
we must
as
open up.
it stands now, do you have any inclination, any information from the government that there is going to be work at that place?
For now, none. But we are, for instance, now, I have developed something I want to send to the governor.
Okay.
Governor has to set up like Imo State Industrial Development Authority. This should be an authority.
Who's funding that?
Imo State government will start it because they want to attract investors. This development authority will be responsible for people who want to come and build industry.
But do you have a union there?
Shop for it.
Do you have a union at that particular industrial layout?
Yes,
Union
we have an association, yes.
Okay.
We have association of Imo industry.
What's the responsibility?
Responsibility is to try to keep ourselves safe, as few as we are for now.
Okay.
And to make some of our roads motorable and to make sure that, things don't go out of hand. If not, thieves and armed robbers will run us out of the place. So we are just doing the basic things because we are very few that are left there. About 10 of us.
What about power? How are you dealing with that? I hear the last time I spoke with the government official, I said there is always constant power there. Can you verify that?
After this Band A inputs, where they classified us as Band A, there was, slight improvement. But even at that improvement, if you want to build an industry, develop industry, there must be incentive. For instance, in my company, I pay over 30 million a month on power.
Jesus.
Yes, every month. EEDC can attest to that. 30 million a month. And other companies are paying the same. So by the time you pay this kind of fee in industry, when people like Enugu now have lowered their tariff, what is the incentive for you to come to Imo? Soon Abia will lower their tariff. So there are things that government need to do. Look at the tariff of specific areas where you are targeting investors. Make the place conducive, give them access road, give them water, make things that will make somebody in Aba or Onisha say, I'm going to Owerri to build industry.
So the land you are operating on now, is it a personal land you own there or allocation given to you at the...
Well, some people got allocation. For me, I bought mine in that 1990. I bought my land where I'm operating.
Okay.
And then my second factory now, which is going to produce industrial and medical oxygen, was government allocation. So we are already built up. We are taking off in January to produce industrial and medical oxygen inside the same industrial layout.
Okay. So, now we Barrister, let me just come to you. I mean, having this. I'm not interested. You're not an industrialist. Go away. You're a lawyer. Go.
Yeah, but the other day, you see, that's exactly the point we are making.
Yeah.
Sometimes I look at them and I wonder how they survive. Even you, your own personal, how you survive. NEPA will bring the bill and every other thing.
Very annoying.
Not to talk of his concern now. I'm sure he's paying huge amount of money on salaries and a whole lot of other things. So you see, that industrial layout, that is the only industrial layout still functioning now. Other ones are still in view. So I feel what the government ought to do, it will not take them anything. 11 kilometers of road around that estate is not much now. And trying to link that estate with the Imo Power, Ohaji Bwema Power distance will not be too stressful. When you do it, you see people, these are not rocket science. You want people to come to the state to invest. People are ready. But then what do they meet on ground? But I'm happy that the governor did one thing. He brought Barrister Jerry Egemba to industries. And as far as I know, I think he's a progressive. So maybe with that kind of man, then we might expect some change. But then that change ought to come quicker.
Generally, what's the business environment like for would-be investors as it stands now? Is it a veritable ground for them to invest?
No, it's discouraging. Look at the industrialist in the studio has painted a picture. And that picture he has painted is raw, is really discouraging. You will see that even they themselves, their profit margin would have increased if the government intervened. Nobody is telling the government to come and build industries. The government is a bad manager of of industry, of business. Government is a bad manager, but provide the incentive, the infrastructure that will make industries thrive and make profit. Because it's only when they make profit that they will stay. He said they were 30 before, now they are 10. Other people probably have relocated to Aba or Nisha or other places where the incentives exist. None exist here.
Well, if you're still listening to us, we are discussing IMO industrialization drive by His Excellency. The challenges, we have an industrialist here who is in the middle of the whole crisis, and of course, the benefit, there should be some benefits for having a few of you producing in IMO. You have proximity to the IMO people, I believe. Camela oil is everywhere. You enter any store, then they're there. That's also a benefit, don't you think so?
well, if you look at it that way, but we are selling all over. We are marketing all over the country, not only in IMO. But IMO is the one taking the benefit of employment, taking the benefit of tax, taking most of the benefits.
They tax you.
So that is why we are looking at IMO.
Well,
to intervene.
Every state is enjoying VAT. Every state is enjoying. What are the taxes you're paying to Imo State government?
At least we do pay. We pay to Imo State government.
Pay for your staff.
We pay other infrastructural fees, even in that place.
Local government.
We pay a lot of fees, even local government fees. A lot of fees are paid though. Every year they send us list of about almost 20-something number of things we pay to the state.
All taxes.
Yes, all taxes, of which we know that we know. Yes,
one company. How is the company supposed to survive?
Yes, all of them has subhead, and you have to pay. So, but the basic issue, we are not against paying taxes.
Okay.
But we are saying that there should be benefits for that. If you are paying taxes and you are for instance, they come and tell you to pay refuse disposal when you are in the bush. Who comes to take your refuse? They will tell you to pay for fumigation. It's written there. Who comes to fumigate the bush? But you must pay it.
But are they doing any fumigation at all?
Who are you fumigating bush? Have you been there? If you are there, you know that there's nowhere to fumigate.
No.
I'm not joking. There's no way to fumigate. But what we are saying, we are not against taxes. All we are saying is that we need more people in the layout. And it's only government that can drive that.
All right,
by giving us, proper infrastructure.
Let's bring our listeners in. They've been calling non-stop. I think the conversation is getting interesting. Let's bring this one. Good morning. Who's on the line?
Barry, good morning again. Michael Barry, good morning.
It's a senior citizen. Welcome back.
I'm senior citizen, Maz. You are discussing theory. Under Governor Zubeiru, I served on the committee that verified the debt owed by Imo State government from inception up to that time.
Okay.
And we looked at some of the things that are put up by government, whether it was the paint industry, the register industry, whatever it was, the privileges, wherever they were allocated. I can't remember all those people, including payment to contractors. And I think, if I remember well, that the very was the almost I think it's called thereabout.
Okay.
But you know that if you ask government now, they may not know how much the exact amount of what Imo State government has been owing from creation. And we are talking of an industrial layout that was the foresight of men who knew that we cannot have an Imo State budget that is balanced without an industrial layout. That's the truth. And nobody's playing at it. I don't know. I had a tale of lost terrorists who had a place there. I used to go in there to get my speech done because he was a German-trained tailor, one of the best the country has ever produced. From Port Harcourt, I came with him. He was still doing my jacket and so on. But to get there at that time was virtually impossible. And you're talking about industrial layout. You're asking what are they doing? What would Tibiko and insurance do? Are they supposed to build the road that has concrete underlay of 3 or 4 of 1 meter before you can get to the point of asphalt? Where will they get the capital to do that? And they get the capital to do that. Where will they get the capital to maintain their business? Look, we must say to ourselves that government or democracy does not mean those in power do what you like. That they must be accountable. I'm not talking about government of your Uzodinma. I'm talking of those who came before him. Who among them can come out and say, look at what I did in the industrial layout? Whether they start for 4 years or start for 8 years, who among them can say, look at the improvements I brought to the industrial layout in Owerri? But let me tell you what people do not know. And if they know, they are not been emphasized. Owerri is the only capital city in Nigeria. Sorry, I'll speak slowly now before you cut me off. Owerri is the only capital city in Nigeria that has 2, 3, 4, 5 truck A roads. What do I mean? Owerri Onitsha Road, truck A. Owerri Port Harcourt Road, truck A. Owerri Aba Road, truck A. Owerri Umuahia Road, truck A. Owerri Okigwe Road, truck A. Owerri Olu Road, truck A. Check your Google city in Nigeria and tell me another city that has. We have an advantage that makes us the center of the East. And who is paying attention to it except that my party has welcomed new defectors and the other ones have been scattered. That's what you have. Okay. Nobody is thinking of tomorrow's children in Imo State.
Okay.
Nobody, I tell you, when I say I'm serious citizen, I mean I was 40, I was 50, I was 60, I was 70, I was 80. And I wish, because I knew what we were expecting when Imo State was created. Good morning, I'm senior citizen.
Thank you very much. All right. The senior citizen is also a lawyer, so he knows what he's saying. Okay. But with all this gloomy picture we are painting and the efforts the governor is trying to do, industrialization and all that, manufacturing coming up here and there, do you think he's in the step in the right direction right now, or he's misstepping already after going further, take 1 step back and 10 steps backwards, or forward and backwards like that?
Just like I said, the governor cannot do everything himself.
Okay.
He has to decentralize power. He has to, involve other people, involve experienced people. When I said if Imo wants to industrialize, Imo has to set up Imo State Industrial Development Authority. This is an authority that focuses on creating the investment, bringing the investors.
So what would the ministry not be doing?
Ministry is Ministry of Industry. Ministry can do the general thing, but this is a committee. Ministry can do oversight. I told you people that should be members, even the commissioners in those ministries will be members. But private sector driven, not government driven.
Okay.
It must be private sector driven.
Is there any state in Nigeria who operates that system?
Ogun State.
Okay.
Ogun State. When Obasanjo brought gas to Ogun and they opened up their industrial layout, the gas was the incentive for almost all the companies to move to Ogun. And Imo has gas down the road. We have everything that we need. We just have to implement it. But you need to have people who are responsible for this implementation and who you will ask to give account. You give them first 6 months, this is our achievement. Second 6 months, this is where we are. In the next 1 year, this is where we are.
So why are the industrialists, the 10 of you that are already there now, why can't you come up with a both system, like build, transfer, or build, operate, and transfer to the government? Is there any possibility of something like that happening?
To tell you the truth, during Rocha's administration, we brought in Chinese people who want to develop the layouts.
Okay.
To try to sign MOU with the government. MOU on a public-private partnership. They build infrastructure, everything that is required in the layout. Then they take their toll. And then government will also give them program, structured payment, 10, 15, 20 years, depending on what they agree. It doesn't mean government, that's why I say
watch this video, and if not your first time here, una know how to do now. Abeg, don't forget to subscribe.
They can do a lot.
Is that not like handling sovereignty of markets to the Chinese people?
Do you have it if you don't call people to develop it? Before you talk about chewing the meat, you have to say...
What I'm looking at is if you have an indigenous solution to this, you have some reasonable investors who are indigenous to Nigeria.
The indigenous solution you have is that your state can build 11 kilometers of road. Start from that.
Okay.
Within the layout. Your state can do the drainage. If state can build road from here to Olo, from here to Umaya, from here to Okigwe, there's no way state cannot do infrastructure in an area that will generate more revenue
Why do you think the government is not giving it the deserved attention?
I sincerely believe that government don't understand that we cannot grow without production. No state can develop without production. If they remove this thing they are collecting from Abuja every month, you discover that we have nothing. Because when you look at industry and you look at the number, even the employment creation, if we advertise now for a position in Camela, one position, we'll get 300 applications.
Jesus.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. So you begin to see that Imo State, we have trained a lot of IT people now. The governor has trained a lot of people on IT and, all those training. Who will be the off-takers? It is industries that will be the off-takers. So we have done some things, but we have not created the benefactors from those things.
Indispensable
very
for such collective global.
So that is why we are saying that
and also we
must
need
do
to
back
strengthen
now.
Let's get
partnership.
another caller.
Without partnership, you cannot do anything.
Good morning. Who them line?
That's why number 17, the last
Thank you. Welcome to the
goal
program.
of Sustainable Development Goals is global partnership. When you are strengthening your global partnership, I think we can.
It's very interesting. Remember the time of Richard Okorocha when he said industry.
Factory.
Factory. Will be written in the improved livelihoods of communities, in the jobs created for young graduates, and in the businesses that will take root because we came together with a shared purpose. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I reaffirm the full support of the federal government of Nigeria.
They would not like to do what they promise to people. They would not like to do it.
Okay.
And why? This is a question to ask them. You see, it's a question to ask our governors that have been here since Zimbabwe, nothing has. They will just see now. This one set up an industrial summit, and they have done it, and it has gone. They will just leave it like that. Nothing will be done. So let us pray that our people who are industrially minded will enter there and develop the place. Thank you, and God bless you.
Good morning.
Good morning, Harry.
I greet you. Welcome aboard. Okay.
Harry.
Sir?
You know the message I'm taking home this morning.
Please tell me.
Program.
Tell me.
I can guess. Oh, yeah, yes, there. None of them are politicians. None of them, yeah.
None of them are politicians.
They are people that make in the state.
Yes,
I want to give Governor kudos. So we're hearing this issue of the surviving in the state from Governor. I thought he was playing positive.
Okay.
But if we want to the studio is taking to go by, one of the guys the governor of the road, access the road to the industry and other things. Which is what they're making there is that government is making some moves truly to industrialize him more.
Okay.
To governor. I must say, I'm pushing the fan, but I praise him for this. Let him attend to the need of this of the road network. Because if you need production and don't have means of bringing those goods out, you can look at you don't produce anything.
All right.
And how to about it? Another issue, when these people end up spending the 30 million in for power, and this has bad the road, you know that it's considered that we finally pay for it. Because they are not going to pay today. They must have every incumbrances they went through to bring out this product. So they must be welcome. So let the governor listen to their voice, please. In as much as he met what he was saying, let him listen to them, know the world, so that other industries can come into the state. There's a lot of money in the state. If not for hotels, a lot of our youth would have been just roaming around the streets.
Thank you. All right, thank you for that call. Another caller. Good morning. Good morning to you. You're live on Echo FM. Welcome aboard.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Valley. Good morning.
I greet you.
Yeah. I'm calling from Eboro. This is Mike Okenwa.
Okay, Mike.
I really, I greet the industrialists in the studio and the barrister.
I really understand what industrialist was saying and what he is passing through currently. Look at what he said, that he pays 30 million NEPA bill. And this is just a cost component of his overhead cost, of his overhead. He has not talked of materials, he has not talked of salary, he has not talked of other things, and the other indirect taxes paid to government. And the payee, including tax of his company, and the other things, inconveniences. And the question is, why is it difficult for government to pay attention, at least, to the infrastructural needs of this industrial layout? And in the past, we understand that many governments have also neglected that area. Factory, industry. And it's possible that loans have been taken in the guise of these margins and swallowed, not used in the right direction. You see why we are suffering. You see why we cannot move forward. You see why economy plus university is economy minus industry is equal to unemployment. You see, that is what it is. That is why we have massive unemployment.
This is a question Harvard no get them.
But that is what is true. Okay. So the leadership of this current administration going into that direction is a welcome development. And I urge His Excellency to please provide the basic needs of this area so that these industrialists will thrive and develop that area. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, I want to take a different approach now. We have a lot of Imo sons and daughters who are predominantly establishing their industries in Lagos and other places. If these Imo sons and daughters are to invest here, why is it that they are not coming home to invest and make sure that place is developed? Because I do believe that maybe the government sees it as a negligible component and all that. You may say it's because they don't have an enabling environment. But I do see that Igbo men, Imo sons, will go and buy water, build it, make the place a brand new place for them to do business, rather than coming home to invest that same amount of money to fix this other industrial. Why do you think that is happening?
Well, in as much as I do not support that theory of developing outside and living home. That's why the theory of Akurula, came in. But you also know that business is about creation of wealth and making money. And if Chinese and Indians can rush to Ogun State to go and build their industry. Remember when there was crisis in River State? When River State started their kidnapping and all their thing, you cannot believe we had more than 30 or 40 companies that want to relocate to Imo. But once they get to the layout, you see, the environment makes a lot of difference. Once they get to layout, you can imagine somebody coming from Transamadi to Owerri, and he gets to the layout, and he sees that the place is like, in fact, it's like just going to a bush to set up your factory. Some of them moved to Lagos. SmithKline wanted to build the biggest pharmaceutical industry in Imo.
GlaxoSmith.
Yes, during
they don't even live in Nigeria.
During Rochas, yes, during Rochas.
Yes.
They came. They brought them. Rochas sent them to me through his office to come and see the industrial layout. And when they got to my office, they told the commissioner that came with them to stay in the boardroom, that they want to talk to the investor. You know what the British people are asking me? If I'm okay. No, I'm serious.
Are you serious?
I'm
not okay
joking.
For staying here.
That is, how can I? Then I was doing my new refinery. Say, how can you be building this here? And I started as an Imo son to say, governor has said within 3 months he has signed an agreement. They're going to do the layout and everything. Took them round. You know what they told me? We'll be back in 3 months to see that development has started. And to my greatest shock, they came back in 3 months. The day they came back, they went to the government house. I was on my way to Abuja. I met them at the airport, handed them over. They were in government house for 4 hours waiting to see Rochas.
Oh.
They called me when I landed at Abuja, and I said, I called Commissioner for Economic Advice. I said, these investors are still waiting to see governor 4 hours. Eventually, they called me that the governor came out and said to them, Commissioner will attend to you.
After waiting for 4
He
hours.
never saw them. He never spoke with them. And from there, they left. They were angry. So, environment, nothing has started. They wanted to hear from the governor to get that assurance
that this
is going to happen for them to even start doing their project. So, if our sons, everybody want to put money where there's something on the ground. By the time I built my factory, I believed that the place would be developed. If I knew it wouldn't, probably you won't see me there.
After 35 years, it's still
No,
that way.
what can I do? I'm already caught in the web, except to preach that this place should be made usable. More people should come. But I tell you, if they develop that layout, Imo will be shocked, the number of industries that will come to Imo.
All right. For those of us who are here to grasp what we are trying to say, the merits of industrial layout and industrial drive is too much. The number of jobs, how many workers in a nutshell do you have now? Just one company?
In my office, I have 138.
138.
Yes.
That is one company, and it's not operating at optimal level because of if we have more business-friendly environment, maybe you must have employed more because production will definitely increase and more purchases will come.
Yeah, we're doing a new factory that will still employ people. But I'm doing it because I'm Imo son and I'm trapped here. So we are asking other Imo sons to come home.
And get trapped.
They want to come home to something. No, they would like to.
Okay.
I can give you another short example of Imo son who wanted to do his noodles factory.
Okay.
He came, got the land, the same promise. Eventually, he went to do it at Nnewi.
Nnewi?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, that is Tommy.
Exactly.
I had that story. I thought it was a joke.
No, it wasn't a joke. The environment is not conducive.
So Nnewi is even better than Owerri, capital city.
In terms of infrastructure for that thing he wanted to do.
Yeah,
but he was excited. He was excited coming home. Very, very excited because we met severally because the land they gave to him was close to my factory.
It's surprising to the extent the Imo State government went to get Ebuka Obi that from Jandong or Guangdong, I think Okpala. I mean, there are a lot of government effort to make that place develop by the whole UZODINMA'S administration because they said they were going to be the bottle factory there. There's going to be a university and a whole lot of other things the government have listed that are going to be there. How come we don't see that kind of resilience when it comes to the industrial layout?
When you say, anyway, let's not dive into church issue. Because as far as I'm concerned, church is free fund. Industry is not free fund.
Anyway,
that is my summary of that.
Anyway, you said we shouldn't go into it. Someone will leave them. You say church is free fund. I don't want to go into that conversation. And
exactly.
the pastors will flood here with phones.
Let's not.
All right, let's get to hear from this caller. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Mr. Cosmos.
You're my last caller. Quickly, time don't go.
Okay, and good morning, the guests in the studio. Mr. Cosmos, the painful truth is that after 1983, other subsequent Imo governors have been early service to the improvement and the further development of that area. That is the truth. They are all only after IGR and federal allocation. So they are not they have not been ready to improve on facilities there. And if you look at that place, you agree with me with what I have just told. Thank you. I'm from Uche Street.
All right, thank you very, very much. That's our last caller for today. We have so much potential in Imo State. All we need to do is create that place to be an enabling environment, and there will be job creation, sector diversification, where we have a lot of the target high growth sectors beyond the civil service narrative, including digital economy, agro-processing, oil and gas, and renewable energy. All these things are deposited here in Imo State. They don't need to buy them and all that. And, of course, infrastructure revitalization is the call Chief OK is clamoring for. We need to revitalize the agro sector and every other infrastructure that needs the businessman to come in. Because if I come here and I invest in somewhere that I'm not going to make money, How I want that one use happen? Those are the things we are complaining about: electricity, road network, and of course security. These are the things they're only asking for. That's not too much to ask for you to do business. And of course, investment attraction is another thing that if that place is fixed, we'll have people from outside. You cannot be going abroad, fly, spend money, so you're inviting investors. Why the place you want them to come and invest is not ready? So we want to appreciate His Excellency Governor Hope UZODINMA for what he's doing so far, because he's building electricity for Imo people, the Orashi Power Company. That company is going to provide light for Imo. And of course, other issues. I beg our time is up, so we are going to stop so far. Chief, thank you so much for honoring our invitation.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for sharing your experience, and we never give up.
No.
Never give up.
We can't give. It's our state.
But Chief, before you go, as they go, you go register adverts now. What we're going to do? We never get your advert for EcoFM. Now no work. So I go carry you now and go accounting department. You pay before we do the advert.
I thought you are planning to make contribution to industrial development.
By doing this program, we're already doing contributions. So I don't know what you're saying about. So at the end of the day, we need advert. Make I do campaign now. We need advert. Thank you very much, Chief, for coming. Thank you, Barrister, for being here with us. And thank you, Imo people. This is where the curtain will drop for today's program. We do hope you come again. We will call on you, Chief. All right, thank you. My name is Barry Cosmos, and this is where we round up today's program. Up next is Health Revolution with the Slim Diva. Bye-bye.
Echo FM. Echo FM, 100.7, the fresh news people.
Chukwuemeka Nwachukwu, popularly known as BM Priest, Big Man Priest, is a rap and